Whoops. Whoopsies. Oopsie doopsie. Interesting. Okie dokie. Howdy. G'day, you good dunce. How the bloody hell are yous? What do we got? No one is here yet. No one is here yet. No first person here. No, wait, Jupers is over on YouTube. I'm not streaming late. This is my regular streaming time. I just wasn't streaming last night or this morning. I may be a little bit hungover still. Not even hungover, just exhausted. Hey, Nathir! First. What's going on? How are we? Gamer is itching to redeem late. They really want it. We're going to do some more 3D modeling practice tonight, if my headphones will cooperate. I think they're working. No. It's... Too many issues. Too many issues. There we go. There we go. Model a cat? No. How about that? Alright. Let's see. I'm just getting something. Let's see. Let's tweak that. Let's move you over there. And, alright. Let's do a game duel while we wait for the ads to wrap up, shall we? Look at that. I'm so tired I can't even spell. There we are. Now we're going to continue our orc. We've got sculpting of... Like, we've got to fix up the ear a little bit. And then I think it's the eyes next. And some other stuff. But yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't play there. I can't be bothered posting. What, third person has single player before 2007? Ooh. That sounds like a Tony Hawk. Ah! Got it. Splinter Cell. Psh. My character modeling skills are -1. Mine are 1, but I want to get them to a 10. Yeah. Has third person, has single player. Okay. What about Halo? Okay, so it's Halo 2. Game do is really easy today. Very, very easy today. So you can see here how their ear looks. My ear looks a bit different, but I think I'm going to keep it different because I like my character to have that sort of personality. Yeah. That's my preferred ear for an orc. What's next? I think we've got positioning the eyes next. Oh no, I see they also like extend it down a bit there. That's actually smart. Ooh, what am I doing? I need to get this set up. Having a drawer and tablet and not using it. The hell am I thinking? I must be a silly Billy. Alright. Dust off this. Concert last night was fantastic. The kind of people that you picture would be at a Baby Metal concert were the exact people that were there. Basically a mishmash of everybody. Let's see. N. We need XP Pen tablets. We need to import config to set the work area and to piss you off over there. Okay, so now do the old unplug and replug. Voila. Oh, no. Work area has changed again. Okay. Yes, that's all the way to the right. That's all the way to the left. Top, bottom. Perfect. Perfect. In college, I've used ZBrush and Maya. I am so bad at sculpting for sure. Oh, like, I've been following along with these courses. And this is this entire thing is like, what? 5 hours or something? Like hour and a half, hour and 19, hour 46, hour 44, 56 minutes, 2 hours and 52 minutes, 2 hours and 9 minutes, hour and 33 minutes, 2 hours and 17 minutes, 51 minutes. So we've gotten through the first 3 sections and the start of the 4th section in about, I think, 4 streams. So around 16 to 20 hours. So it's, what, 1.5, we'll say 3, 4.5. So we'll say about 4 hours and 45 minutes, roughly, of videos that's taken us 16 to 20 hours. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Let me just validate my inputs. F. Shift. Alright. So that one's F. Change the size. Shift F. Okay. Do I have Shift F assigned to anything? I don't have Shift F assigned to anything. I'm going to change this one. Shift F. Alright. So Shift F is now the very top right. Let's export this over the top of you. Place it. Perfect. So now, Shift F. Lovely. Increase you. Decrease you. Then, what one were we using? I think we were using increase, I think it was, wasn't it? Something like that. Do that sort of thing. There we go. Something like that. Give it a bit of personality, you know? You know? Something.
Especially
we duplicating that over to the other side?
And make sure you've saved your work for further sculpting. So as always, make sure you've caught up with me and make...
I don't know if we're duplicating that over to the other side. I do think I probably want to push that in a bit. Yeah, something like that. Probably pull that up a bit. That's good enough. Good enough. Positioning the eyes. Let's see how this goes. I'm already confused, and it's just the thumbnail. Oh, not even the thumbnail. Preview screen. So I'm assuming we've created two spheres. I'm assuming they're icospheres, they're not UV spheres. And I assume they've done the whole thing where they get the icosphere, one in the center, and then two to each side, evenly spaced. And they've taken like the two, like middle left and middle right, and positioned those ones. Assume that's what they've done. They're working off those proportions. But it's saying the eyes should be there and there.
Rough with what I'm doing here. So here's where we got up to last time, and I'm in sculpt mode with if you're unsure about a new object. UV sphere and scale it right down into position. I'll also pole at it with this a little bit 0.02, and however the eyeball it's, and I'll press up this way as well, and I'm choosing Alt D so I can resize them all together nicely, and then back into object mode and just move them into position a bit more. This one needs to come out a fair bit. This one too. Squiggles. Scale them down a touch and just keep moving them along there, roughly together, and that's probably about right now. There's a little bit of overlap here. There's the cranium at the back.
So
it should come down to around about here, so it should be a little bit wider than it is here. But if you get this roughly right, that should be.
Alright, so we're looking for 2 in the center that don't overlap. And then this one will be the actual eye. So that looks too far out. That looks too wide.
Fine. So now's a good time to pause the video. So Alt D is roughly the right position, round about in the x-axis, and move it.
Or is that just to get the size? So that's just to get the size, and then afterwards you like move it in. Okay. Okay. I wonder if you can do this. There we go. I should. I have no idea what that was doing, but sure. Sure thing. Layout. Ear. Left. It's all hand and finger stuff that I don't need to worry about. That's a UV sphere. Oh no, it's the UV sphere we want. Alright. Scale that bad boy down. Well, that's probably an issue. We need to reset our origin. What up, Axe? You do have good timing. That be all the correct. Cursed to world origin. There we go. You. 0. Is a Cyclops. That would be a pretty good way to make sunglasses, wouldn't it? Before I forget, VSE got updates. Like a bunch I missed, apparently. Yeah. Yeah. I still haven't seen any word of, let me fix you up there. I still haven't seen any word of, GPU drivers for encoding and decode, for like encoding the video. Haven't seen that. But yeah, this would be a good way to like make some sunglasses. You've got like the shape there of each side. And you got the bridge there. Like, cut it out a bit. Moving forward, done. There we go. Orchrus is second. Dex is third. I wonder how long it's going to be until Gamer gets here. Yeah. Been geeking out about the features too much. Not surprised by that, I guess. Hadn't really thought about it. Apparently Gamer is third as well. I don't know why mine says Gamer is third. This is confusing. This is confusing. In here, it says that Gamer is late. Okay. Okay. In here, it says that Gamer is third. It says wait for me. I'm assuming it's a Twitch API issue. God, got setups for dynamic strip transitions with a node that gives access to start end frames though, correct, yep. Since there's a per strip compositor modifiers, yep. Twitch having issues? Never. Never in a million billion years. Why aren't you mirroring? So it is. Just on the wrong spot. I know I'm in object mode. But I want it to mirror on the x-axis, which means I want it to be like over here. I want it to be global x-axis that it's mirroring on. Which it's not. So that's what yes, you're right. I need to pick the mirror object as we're a torso. There we are. There we are. No such thing as global axis mirror. Sure there is. You mirror based on the global axis. I mean, there is a global 0, which implies there's a global axis. Like, there's a world global. Like, I can do... What was it? There? Cursor to world origin. Yes, but the modifier only lets you do local relative to object mirror, which is silly. That is silly. What if I want it to be in relation to the world global? Huh? So let's do an array. Nope. I mean, I do want the... Because of the... Yeah. Yeah, because of the offset. Yeah, it's annoying. That is annoying. Why is it that when I turn that on... Anyway, doesn't matter. Alright, fine. Go into object mode. Get the fuck out of the way. Damn cable interfering with my pressing of stuff. Now this is gonna do that, which I don't like. Because now I have to duplicate things. I mean, yeah, it could be the order, right? There we go, that's what we wanted. Frickin' orders. Jeepers. What are you? What? God damn. Do that then. I mean, I'd say that'd be about good for an eye. But the way they've done it is this sphere here ends basically in line with that, which would be scaling down a bit more. Then doing that. So that would be the size of the eye. What up, Stooge? You know, let's tell it decrease in scale as it arrays, if that helps. Alright, so now what I need to do... apply the array, and then apply the mirror. Hop into here. Like those. Bye-bye. But now I need that origin. I think that's a good spot for the eyes. Yeah, just getting them in position. That's all. Now they also have it. Oops. Rotated on the Y. Nope. Nope. There we go. They have it rotated that way so that the... Yeah. So lost on what you were doing. That's okay. And it's not even positioning them. So that wasn't positioning them. That was getting the size of the eyes. And now we go into edit mode. Actually, no. Before I do that, origins. I want this origin to be center. So, what I'm gonna do Add a cube. You select origin only. Right there. Voila. The origin is now center. Could just set it to geometry, F3. I mean, yeah. Probably. You gotta remember, Axe, I'm a little bit hungover today. So my brain isn't firing on all cylinders. That means I'm gonna do things the stupid way. Now what we need to do, in here we need to mirror the X. Select all that. And turn off that. There we go. So now we have the size and the position.
Eyeball.
Same as what they do
so I'll
here.
delete this one and this one, and now we need to move it into position. So I'll just press G to grab in the X-axis and move it into what I see is roughly the right position, round about here. So we've got the right size of the eye.
I feel like mine should be down a bit more. Yeah. Also, why is that one getting covered more than that one? They should be practically mirrors of each other. You've got something going on there that we don't have going on over here. Oh well. Okay.
What I'm going to do now is Shift D to duplicate. And
fair. I'm in full blender mode, just wondering best way to do stuff.
So we're trying to
That's kind of normal for me. I mean, I should be doing it that way. But...
And I'm just moving them up so you can see them more easily. So again, Shift D to move that out in the X-axis. Might have to go to X-ray for this. Or
what are we doing at the moment?
Wireframe's a lot better. And Shift D in the X-axis to move that into the middle. So it's a little bit big at the moment. That means this position's slightly out. So I'll select all my eyeballs, deselect the orc, and this time I'll come up to the transform pivot point and change it to individual origins, and then I can scale them down a bit. I just thought I'd show you that so you don't have to do the link duplicates every time.
We're doing this because
there, and then start moving them a bit into position and see if we can't line them up a little bit better. Like I say, the head comes out a little bit further than this, but we're almost there. Scale it down a little bit further, and we're probably about right here.
It gets overkill, plus seeing the weird way to do stuff can be fun.
Just come to side view and move
even
that
if
out
watching
to the front
it gets
so you can
so
easily see it. So G then Y, so it's in front of the cranium here. And back to front view, back to solid mode, move that down. And in fact I need to go to wireframe again so I can line this up with the middle there. So G then X, and just line them up so it's in the middle. So now we know we've got the right position, I can get rid of the other ones I don't need. So that's the actual size of the eyeballs, and that's how we can find the correct position from front view.
I mean, I think that's pretty close. Like, I think, if anything, like maybe a bit more like that. But I think that's good enough.
Lastly, I'll press Control A to apply the scale. Okay, so
Ah, yeah, that's true. We should definitely be applying the scale and the rotation. Definitely.
now's a good time to catch up with me and make sure your eyes are in now. You might need to adjust the cranium very slightly and the jaw very slightly, but in terms of how far back into the skull the eyeball goes, if we look at images such as this, and you can just look up face proportions on Google and get lots of images like this. I looked up face.
I mean, this is the part I don't get. Surely an orc's, like, it's going to be similar, the skull, the eye placement stuff, it's going to be similar. But I don't think like the eye would be the same depth as a human. Yeah. I feel like it'd probably be a bit further back or a bit further forward or something. Okay.
Proportion,
maybe even a bit
and
bigger.
The head is split into 3.5 sections, and the first section is split into thirds, and that's how we know where the eyeball goes, the bridge of the nose, and the end of the nose. Now, of course, it's going to be.
You can take and modify it.
He's got a very big
human
brow,
reference over 2 more times too.
Quite a
True.
stubby nose, so that might come in a little bit closer.
Ooh, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. You're fantastic. You dunt. Hope you're having a good one. What up, Sea Goat? How we doing? So I'd probably say, I'm gonna say about there is good position. But I can see that this isn't overlapping the same as that, which tells me there's a difference. Nero stalking me? Of course. Nice character. Thank you. It's not mine. I'm just working on it from a tutorial. At some point, I will be making characters. I have Slime VR stuff, which gets shipped out in like 2 or 3 days coming. And then I want to get a Dr. Roxo body created so that it's my head and hands on a Dr. Roxo body. Yeah. I'm not getting the butterfly ones because the butterfly ones would be August 31st that they would ship. But yeah. Dr. Roxo. The Rock and Roll Clown. That's Dr. Roxo, the Rock and Roll Clown. Leonard Rockstein, more commonly known as Dr. Roxo, Rock and Roll Clown, that apparently does a lot of cocaine. His catchphrase, I'm Dr. Roxo. I do cocaine. What's this from? Metalocalypse. Greatest show there is. You can see here, this is him singing about his fan of that stuff that we were just talking about. So yeah, the plan is create this body here with the spiked cuff, like the spiked wristbands and the spiked necklace and stuff, a spiked collar. Have the leotard, and whenever someone changes my color using the redeem, it changes the leotard as well. So that way it all kind of matches. And And then another one I want to do is Master Roshi. I want to get Master Roshi's body. So it'll be this by default, you know? And then, or actually, like, it'll be this Master Roshi by default, you know? And then the more bits and subs that people give, he gets more and more like this Master Roshi. So he gets like bigger and musclier. Powers up. So yeah. That's my plan. And that'll just be shape keys. And the shape key moves as bits and subs come in. And I'll do the same thing for like a busty nurse, but the nurse won't start out busty. The more bits and subs that are thrown, the more busty they get.
I'll jump to wireframe mode so that we can see those units. I'll zoom in a touch as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3.5.
And then people can just like change from character to character using channel redeems. So that way they can pick what body I have at any point in time.
And 1, 2, 3.5 is roughly the correct position that it's in at the moment. So that's quite nice. And again, it doesn't matter too much if we adjust this slightly. As long as it's roughly in the right position, we can move it around a little.
Yeah, that'll be fun
if we need to.
I'm looking forward to that a lot.
To go back into solid mode, side view. Do still want a moment, so not too much. So I'm big enough. So I'll just come a bit more to the top here. I'll smooth this area by holding down Shift. And then I'll just bring it out very slightly at the back there. So it's a little bit more.
Okay, so now he's just like smoothing out the
just a touch. And from front view, I was sticking my eye selected at the moment. So I can select the face, go to side view, and I do believe his jaw is just sticking out far too much. So I'm going to bring that in just a touch. And from front view, I was noticing that the cranium isn't quite big enough. So I'll just come.
Okay. Sculpting. There we go. Make sure we're on it. So yeah, we do need to do something with the cranium. I think I'm fine with the jaw where it is. To be honest, I'm happy with that. Rusty pen. What did he do? He did like a shift, didn't he? Yeah, something like that. I think that's good size cranium for him. Yeah. I'm happy with that. These might be indented, but nah, that'll be right. That'll be right. What up, Rebel? G'day, you good dunce.
A bit more to the top here. I'll smooth this area by holding down Shift. And then I'll just bring it back here, and that looks a little bit better, I would say. The other thing I'm noticing, if I go to front view, is that the eye, if we look again at our reference, And the planes of the head here, and this reference here, the eyeball, the middle of the eyeball comes to the top of the ear where it joins to the head. So our ears, I'll scale the ear down slightly as well and just reposition.
Okay, so now he's... That I can see, yeah. Let's get rid of that. Let me get in here. A bit of a lobe there. I mean, yeah, that's about right. Maybe just up a tiny bit. Yeah. Cool. Just woke up. Coffee is needed badly, but I'm doing good. Nice to hear. I'm doing well, thank you. Well, as good as you can after going to a concert and then the following morning going and having blood taken. So, I'm a little bit tired. Yeah? A teeny bit. A little bit. Yeah. Are your ears still ringing? No. No. I wasn't up close, up front sort of thing. I was more like in the seating a bit further back. So it was loud, but not loud enough to cause my ears to ring. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm good for concerts for the rest of the year, though. I might go see Electric Callboy. Might. I have a feeling the next thing they're going to get me to do is to, like, pull this stuff forward. Yeah, now I don't know why you are so different to that. It's very annoying. Look at that sort of eye shape. Now, I don't know why this side was so different to this side, considering the only time I've sculpted this was with that. So I would assume it should have been matched up. Any artist I might know? Last Night was Baby Metal. I don't like how it's so different. Like the nose is the same all the way down, but in here it changes. I'm wondering if that's because of the remesh. What? You? What type of... What is that you're doing, remesh? That doesn't even make sense. Some weird ass topology there. Like, this topology's all wrong. Just remesh. I hate remeshing. Yeah, but that's the method that they're showing us. Like, it doesn't bother me that they're showing us that method. What bothers me is that it's not giving us something symmetrical. Like, look at this spot here compared to it over on this side. You know, this diamond here, but it's all out of whack over on this side. I need to find the common seam around. So even up there it's different. I'm thinking I just like cut it in half. And even here, we've got this fucking diamond here. General workflow seems to be remeshes needed for detail, retopo, rebake, remesh to retopo. Yeah, basically. But the issue I've got now is that these two, you can see how they don't... I'll move all this back. You can see how they're in the same position, but they're not the same. Yeah. I don't want to get a plug-in. So, Axe, I'm going to do things the way they're showing me. So I don't want to follow some other process. I don't want to use some other plugin or anything like that. Because if I do that, I might not be able to follow the next part of the tutorial. Like, I don't understand why this is so different. That looks the same. Put that diamond there. I need to correct that up. Like, you can see how theirs is like perfectly like symmetrical. I don't know what's gone wrong with mine. I have all this fun stuff to come. You do. You do. Don't apologize, Aero. Like, I'm just telling you so that now you're aware. Like, you can't apologize for making a suggestion without knowing that I'm not following other things. Yeah, how have you gone out of whack? Even there a little bit. And this is the part of tutorials that I absolutely hate. Because they don't actually go over what to do if, like, in this sort of situation. Like, should I bother getting the eyes, like, getting the sockets to be correct? Like, they don't tell you that. They don't go, oh yeah, if you end up in this situation, do this, or don't do this. Yeah. And that looks like it's off-center as well, but it's not. I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna leave it. I'll do that for now. Because at least that's kind of the same. No, you're... No. That's good enough for now. They're close enough, I reckon. This side does feel wider. That looks a bit better. Yep, I'm just going to leave that. Let's do a game to take our mind off that. And then we'll put our mind back into it. What up, Ermine? How you doing? The worst is when they end up undoing like 3/4 of it later. I still remember coding tutorials that copy these 10 lines of code 10 seconds later. Okay, now delete line 2, 6, and 8. Oh, that was a good back crack. Alright, so we're not looking for a game that's not third person, has single player, and is between 2013 and 2017. I wonder if this is Dishonored 2. It's not, and it's also not a shooter or an RPG, and it's not first person. Doing well. I'm up a little later than I should be, but I am testing about the GameCube version of Custom Robo. Interesting. Looking for a Unity game, isometric bird view, 2014 or 2015. Could be fantasy or stealth. Probably fantasy. Could be indie, could be sim, could be RTS, could just be strategy, could be something else. Let's check. It's not Project Zomboid. It is not Project Zomboid. That much we know. What other isometrics? were out around this time. Or were released, more accurately. And in Unity. It's not Don't Starve, because that's also a survival, probably horror too. I feel like Binding of Isaac would also be a horror. Total War games are bird view and isometric, that is true, but are they made in Unity? That's the big question. I'm gonna go... Don't Google, Arrow. Don't Google. That's cheating. Okay? I could Google the answer myself. I'm going to try... Don't Starve. Don't Starve, just to get 2014 out. I'm pretty sure that's a 2014 game. It's not. It's a 2013 game. Fuck. Well, we know it's not indie and it's not sim. It is a fantasy game by the looks of it. So it looks like it's a fantasy RTS made in Unity. Fantasy RTS made in Unity. What would that be? I mean, in-house, like, if I forked Godot and made some small changes, technically that's a custom engine. Oh! Is it like a Plants vs. Zombies? It's not. It's not, but it is an RTS. An RTS fantasy isometric bird view and something else. Probably side view. What is the custom engine? What do you mean? Isometric bird view. RTS. It is on mobile too. So that's a big clue. It is also on mobile. I wonder if it's... Is this gonna be like a... Is this gonna be Uno? No, thank God. What the fuck is this game? Unity RTS. That's also strategy and fantasy. Has single player and multiplayer. I cannot think of a one. Cannot think of anything. Be Pac-Man. It's not XCOM because it's not sci-fi. I can't even think of a 2014 or a 2015 game. I'm just gonna, fuck it, Project Zomboid. How is that 2013, for fuck's sake? What game was released in 2014 or 2015? I reckon if we can pin that, we'll probably know what the game is. Screw it. No, that's also 2013. My god. Alien Isolation will be sci-fi. I don't know. Screw it. I'm just going to go Alien Isolation. What was the game? Hearthstone. PC and Android only. Of course, it's also a board game. And it wasn't RTS, it was just strategy. Just strategy and just turn, but fuck's sake. Hearthstone, how is that isometric? Because you're looking down at a board. It's not isometric, it's bird view. It's isometric / bird view. Future raid warning? No! Everyone prepare! How we doing, Dio? How we doing, Matt? Isometric is the diagonal. Oh, I thought it was slashes in listing both separately. Oh no, it's saying that it's isometric or it's bird view. It's one or the other. It's a top-down perspective. That's all it's saying. God damn it. Get in there.
So it sticks out more neck a bit as well later on. Hex to move that in. Would be nice to mirror this across the other side as well, so in a better position to...
Yep, so now we're mirroring the ear. Oh my golly gosh! How could I have known? Raid! How are we doing, Matt? How's the stuff and the things? Those ears look weird. I don't like the ears anymore. That was an intense alarm. Hey, when you raid, I need to make sure everyone knows. Alright? It's very, very important that everyone realizes. And how's life? How's things and stuff? You know, I'm thinking about making myself larger in here, like putting me in the window or something. But then I've got to deal with the sunlight and the transparency stuff first. Yeah. Things and stuff are happening. Yeah, nice. Nice. Like, usually I'm here, which is obviously closer and easier to see. But I gotta be further back because... tablet. I think you 2 times would work well without having to change much. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, usually I'm closer, but I'm just further back from the camera today, which is why it looks different and weird. That's alright. That's fine. Can't have tab. What is it? It's an XP pen. Whoops. But yeah, we're modeling this guy. And I need to do some work on the ears because this does not look good. His ears look terrible. Why did you not grab... What are you doing? Fucking... What are you doing? What is that? What's happened there? That is a vertice, right? Is it because of that? What is that? What even is that? What is this Shift A shit? Yeah, knowing how to disable it would be more helpful at the moment. Just A. Clear mask. There we go. Thank you very much, Axe. That. Make you smaller. Do that. That looks better. I could probably move that. Yeah. Let's see. I think I might have them connect at the base there. That's good enough. How many games have a parent just leave the kid for years? I was gonna say every Pokemon game, but that's the kid leaving the parent, and the parent just being like, "Sure, go for gold." I have no legal obligation to look after you, even though you're still a minor. Pokemon games are very weird when you think about them. In Custom Robo for the GameCube, the dad just appears, gives you a watch, and leaves. I haven't seen the mum yet. I mean, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe they're just a figment of the child's imagination and the child's actually an orphan. Yeah. Yeah. The child's actually always had the watch. And like the watch used to be their father's, but then something tragic happened to the parents and the child can't deal with it, so the child's an orphan and now it's their birthday and they're like, oh, my father gave me this watch. And it's like, no, they didn't.
Continue.
Alright.
I'll just move it inwards a moment. Okay, I'll deselect the ear, the eyeballs in the correct.
That is, like, I do want to add some sort of bending to the ears. Let's do that. That looks good. I'm gonna leave it as that.
Position, or roughly in the correct position.
Eyes and nose shape. Note to self, don't play story games from Hypnotic. The curse behind the scenes will be terrible. It actually was for the main character's B-Day. Well, there you go. There you go. Make it a psychological horror. You play as the child, the orphan, and you're uncovering what happened to the parents. And turns out you thought that the parents were murdered, but the parents actually died because you did something that caused an accident to happen. Instead of blaming yourself, you blamed an unknown person. Done. Fantastic psychological thriller. Thank you for making me multi. Wow, they have really re-topoed that a lot, haven't they? Oh, damn.
In this lecture, we're working on the eye.
Sounds
and nose
traumatizing.
area, trying to get a nice base shape for that area. Okay, so here's what we got up to last time, and we want to select the head, zoom in on that.
Speaking of hidden parents, the dad in the Italian cartoon Monster Allergy was only gone because he lost his power and shrunk due to it. What? The Polygon Madness begins? Yep.
And start working on the eyes and nose area. Now for this, it would be helpful to have a little bit more detail, especially when we come to the
So now we
eyelids.
re-topo and have it like...
Control tab into sculpt mode. Just be aware I am in the sculpting workspace here, and we're going to want to do a remesh to a finer detail. So R to go to the remesh options. I'm going to bring it right down to about 0.005, and then Control R to do that.
Alright. The mum of the main character knew from the beginning, and saw the monsters too. What up, Laren? I have no other way but to ask you. There's no tutorials. Can you check this Byzantine Orthodox Church? No idea how to make it. This is 2D architecture plan. Hard even if you're experienced person. I'm not at all experienced, Laren. I am not at all experienced. I'm still pretty new when it comes to blendery stuff. I'm learning more of the advanced stuff, but let me have a look here. AutoCAD 2, Byzantine Church plan. So, AutoCAD 2D. That's just going to be the plans. So that's just going to be dimensions and stuff like that. So that you have like the different sizes and perspectives. What you would want to do if you're modeling something like that with like the different front, aerial, side and back view is you want to set up these kinds of images on each layer, like on each axis, so that as you're modeling it, you can kind of see the plan in the background and kind of adjust it to that. Yeah. So that's probably what you'd want to do. You'd set one for the top and you'd set one for the side as well. But it would probably take a bit because it looks like there's a fair bit in that. So, yeah. Holy crap, Linda in Custom Robo is tall. How tall are they? 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Not super tall, but taller than the main dude. Isn't the main dude a child? Ah, right. Okay. I thought you said something before about him being a child, but I must be mistaken. Alright.
The remesh. And that does make it a little bit blocky. We can smooth out like so with the smooth brush.
How does he switch into the smooth brush so quick? Oh, he's middle clicking. Wait. Hang on.
5.
It uses R to change it.
Remesh. And that does make it a little bit blocky. We can
Shift left click. I tried shift left click. Now it works. Frickin' frack. Okay. Lovely.
Smooth out like so with the smooth brush. That's absolutely fine. Sometimes you want to be a bit faster than that, so I'll undo that and I'll just show you right down the bottom of our brushes and use your middle mouse button to scroll through these. We've got the mesh filter option. This can be slightly useful. Its default up top here is inflate. If I change this to smooth, then click and move to the right, you can see it smooths out our mesh. We don't want to go too far, otherwise it loses all its detail, probably somewhere around about here. You might find...
Let's start with that. I mean, I get that they're doing it to... There we go. That looks good. I want it to have these kind of imperfections. Like, I don't want it to be like a completely smooth dome like that. Like, I want it to have this sort of like slight bumps and stuff to it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to save here.
And you still need to smooth out areas, but we'll come to that later. The mesh filter is quite click and drag, but for now we've got our mesh pressure sensitivity, which can be very useful to start getting used to that process. Side view of an orc there as well. Press F to resize the brush.
Okay, so now we're drawing.
For the eyelids. I'm down to the top of the iris, so probably...
Okay.
Now do change with this area.
He looks tired.
And R, do a remake of the eye. Let's jump back.
Alright, so that's the kind of thing we're aiming for here. Alright. Now it's just draw that we want. Okay. There's no age specified for the main character. It just starts with a chat on his birthday. Then skips ahead to the present, where I guess he is maybe a late teen or higher. Okay, right. So it starts out childhood to give backstory, like a little bit of, what do they call it? Not exposure. Explanation thing. Exposition thingamajig. Yeah. I think the previous titles and then the most recent DS version have a child protagonist. Ah, okay. And that's the one that murdered the parents. Probably want to make it a bit bigger. They're not that big.
We now return you to regular programming.
Bam! What up, Julian? How you doing? What's the hardest thing about making a good character model? Everything. Oh, Loss, you're late. The Prodigal Son returns. How was Baby Metal? Oh, Baby Metal was great. Baby Metal was great. Bloody Wood was also good. However, they've done 2 albums. They're good, but their songs kind of feel a bit repetitive. They feel like the same song. If you listen to their songs one after the other, with like not including the songs that they've like done with other artists and stuff, like the song they did with Baby Metal sounds different to their normal stuff. But if you listen to just their songs, just their stuff, one after the other, it all kind of sounds the same, and it sounds like you kind of lose track of how many songs you've listened to, because you're like, is this the song that I was listening to before? Is it still going? Is it a new song that starts? It's that sort of thing. So it's good, but yeah. Where'd that whole ignoring middle child concept come from? Totally ignored. This must be what it feels like to be a middle child. I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That is an actual thing, though, Ermine. That's you get ignored, like the middle child gets ignored. Youngest child gets most of the attention. Oldest child gets the rest of the attention. Middle child kind of gets forgotten. That's the... What would you call it? That's the... You know, the thing. Yeah. I do know the youngest child thing. I am the oldest of mine. Yeah. Youngest child gets all of it. Oldest child is... Like, the oldest is kind of old enough to not bother with it, but the middle child... It's more the middle child feels like they get ignored. That's probably a better way to put it. Because the middle child was the youngest and was getting most of the attention, but then another child comes along, which means they're no longer getting most of the attention. The new youngest is. So that middle child feels like they're getting lost in the group. Yeah? It's that type of thing. I think we need to do a bit more there. Then a bit more there. A bit more there too. Yeah. That looks basically identical. I think the only thing I need to do is, I think down here, we need to lose a bit. Hang on. What's happening there? It's too much. Doesn't need to be much. Kind of. I feel like that also needs to go down a little bit. But now it's a bit out. What up, Max? How we doing? You're painting the one you hate? Am I? I don't think I've ever met an orc, so... Yeah, I can't really say if I hate them or not. Maybe I'd get along great with them. Who knows? The special new thing always goes to the pro tagging games. Correct. Correct. There we go. That looks better. That looks more symmetrical, I think. Two Twitch indie devs that I know of released their games this month. Let's just hop on the wagon and be the third. I'm not releasing my game this month. What do you think I am, an idiot?
Might want to pause the video. Okay.
Let me make sure that my mouth is... I feel that's probably a bit too high. It needs to be further down, like so. There we go. Looks like a pretty good orc nose. It's not perfectly symmetrical. Nah. I like that. He's got a very pointy nose on his one. I don't know why. Seems odd to have a pointy nose on an orc. Yeah, I want to get mine similar to his. Let's just got rid of it. That's probably is. Which I'm going to get to is one. That's fine. I'm just going to apply my own artistic access to it. The special new thing always goes to the protein gems. Early access? Never. I'm not putting a game out in early access. I don't like doing that. I don't plan on building a game that would ever require early access. That just feels weird, you know? Like, I understand why people do it, but I feel like every game just decides to do that these days. Early access is just paid playtesting, basically. It's not even paid playtesting, it's paying to playtest. Paid playtesting would be you get paid to playtest the game.
Check with me, making those have a natural scowl to them. Some of them are scowl. We want to bring this socket E to go back. We change the spacebar action from play to tools and close this down. If I press and hold the spacebar now, I can easily.
Okay, so that must have been what people were telling me about previously. Now, where was it though? There it is. Easy. Nice. Player pays playtesting? Yeah. Like, I feel like early access these days is like, you can have a game that goes into early access. Like, for instance, Irish John's Rise of Piracy. I think that's more of a first release. I don't think that's like a early access type of thing because of how much gameplay and content there is and such. Like, maybe there's some things that he hasn't added in yet or something. But like, if I see a game that has like a ton of features to it in early access, it's like, all right, so I would think this is more of an initial release. It's like, here's version 1, and I'm going to release free updates with additional content over the next 6 to 12 months. You know? I feel like a lot of games that go into early access fall into that category, where they don't want to call it a release. They just want to say early access and then provide free DLC as part of the road to full version 1.0. Well, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. You fantastic Gadunt. I hope you're having a great night. My left leg is killing me. Absolutely killing me. I had a banh mi for lunch. Oh. Spot on. Well, more dinner. More dinner. A banh mi for dinner. And because I had to fast for like 12 hours or something between last night and this morning, like there was like 12 hours where I couldn't eat or drink anything but water. This morning for breakfast, on the way back from the doctor, I got a coffee. I got a brekkie burger with hash brown, egg, bacon, cheese, relish. And I got smashed avo, which had 2 poached eggs, 2 slices of sourdough bread, like 4 cherry tomatoes, and a bunch of smashed avo. Demolished that for breakfast. It was fantastic. Oh. I tell you. It was delicious, Rebel. It was. Why is my leg killing you? I don't know. It's just like been sore for the last few hours. I think it's just like I've been standing a lot today and I'm exhausted. So my leg's like, hey, I don't want to be doing this anymore. Can we like go sit down or something? There. Crap nerve maybe? Nah. It's not that kind of pain. It's just like general muscle pain. Can you sit down? I mean I can, just not right now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a dull ache sort of thing. Yeah. It's like a muscle ache. But yeah. That's all.
To change my brush button can be very useful. Brush, move in a bit, and let's start bringing the brow line down. A bit here as well.
Yeah, so he's giving it like a
where the nose is,
scowl.
and then this.
I feel like mine's kind of already got that going on. You know? I really just need to do that. Yeah. Done. He's got that sort of that angry brow. I don't think I've heard of a dull ache. It's just like it's not painful. It's just like yeah, it's like the muscle's exhausted. Yeah. When I was working a job where I had to stand for 8 hours, the first week really killed me. The first, 2 to 4 weeks of standing all day, every day, killed me. It just, you'd go to bed, and your feet would just be like, oh my god, thank you. But yeah. First week in a new job is always going to be rough, especially if standing up all day. And even more so if you're not used to it. Yeah. For me, it's sitting down that takes it out of me now.
Brow becomes a bit bigger, like so. It's quite fun. So something.
Okay. like that. Very menacing. What up, Peter? Model's coming along nicely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You have one of those standing desks. I have two. I have this one here. Now I've got the exact same one over there. They're like right next to each other. Yep. They're not automatic. Like, they're ones that you have to, like, manually hand crank. Which is fine by me. Do you have a sitting desk? I don't. Primarily because I don't have a chair. I just don't have a chair. Let's poke this muscle for a bit. Yeah, that like massages it out. I heard, do you have a sitting desk? Do you have a driving desk? Of course. Of course I have a driving desk. Who doesn't have a driving desk? I have a random sitting desk and a super small one to do to my right with my streaming desktop and one monitor. My main PC has my gaming, or my main desk has my gaming PC and 3 monitors. Nice. Nice. That feels better.
Thing around about here. We've got this sort of curved shape here, and that doesn't really work for the brow. There should be quite a lump for the brow, and then...
Yeah, that's true. Which means... Oops. God damn. How do you do this? Feel like a draw with shift. No. Ad breaks coming in. Am I glad to be off the 2 monitors hype? One big ultra wide is way better than 2. I hate ultra wide, especially the curved ones. I hate curved monitors. Absolutely hate it. Alright. We'll fix up that brow after the ads. Walking Dead Season 1. Morning, Hadoukenen. Currently have two 32-inch 4K monitors and a 32-inch 1440p mounted in portrait for reading chat, etc. Works perfectly for me. I'm currently using two 32-inch 1440. I do have two 32-inch 4K, but those only do 4K at 60 FPS, like 60 hertz, whereas these ones do 1440p at like 165. So I'd much rather that than I've had Vegemite, Nathir. I don't have it often, but I've eaten it. Let's see, what are we having here? It's not third person, has single player, 2013 to 2017. Do you like it? Of course I like it. Vegemite's great. Vegemite is fantastic. Let's do... We've got to start with Dishonored 2. Okay, it's a 2016. Not first person or third person, so it'll be side view. It's not inside, I don't think. But that will give us more info. So it is side view. It's not Unity. It's not puzzle, platform, indie, RPG, or shooter. Or point and click. Not horror, not sci-fi, not fantasy, not stealth, not drama, not survival. This game is nothing. Still need to finish Dishonored 1. It's very fun. Like, Dishonored and Dishonored 2 are great games. Side view from 2016. Little Nightmares was 2017, I believe. I have them both and the DLC. Same. Same. I even have... Yeah. That's right. That's right. I have the Game of Nancy. I have the Game of Nancy cards. Look at them all. The official Dishonored cards. Got like all these jokers here. Regret, number 8. The Governess, number 14. The World, number 20. The Outsider. Yeah. My brain heard Nancy and thought Nancy drew. Because let's have a read. The Dishonored card deck consists of 79 cards. The Minor Arcana are made up of 56 cards. Traditional set of cards. How was the concert? It was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. You got the Rat Suit, which is Black Rat icon. Skull Suit, Red Skull icon. Sword Suit, Red Sword icon. And the Pistol Suit, which is the Black Pistol Suit. They go from 1 to King. With an extra card put in there. So you've got the 10 numbered cards, 1 to 10. You've got the Jack, Queen, King. But then you've also got the Commoner in between the Jack and the Queen. Major Arcana is an extra suit of 22 trumps, numbered from 21 high to 1 low. Plus a special Outsider card. Let's see. The Objectives Reminder is a special card listing the potential victory conditions for the Game of Nancy. Okay. So... Fat Nancy win condition. Win all tricks played in the hand. All cards are in the Nancy. Master of Arcane, the sum total of major Arcana card numbers in the Nancy equals 22. I don't know what the Nancy is, but... Scoring. Player scores are determined by the following rules. +2 points for each objective the taker fulfilled. +5 points if the taker wins. -3 points for each objective the taker misses to reach his objective count. -5 points if the taker loses. -10 points for a skinny Nancy. What's a Nancy? I still don't know what a Nancy is. Calculated points are either won from the taker, blah, blah, blah. When taker wins, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't tell you what a Nancy is. I guess that's why there's this rules book here. Let's see. How you doing, Sprig? That there, if that stays where it should, that there, that's all the rules for the game of Nancy. You can't read it, but the text is quite small. Yeah? Like, that bit there, like a couple lines, from like there to there. It's a lot. Ooh, Little Big Planet 3 is a good guess. That's a very good guess. Let's try it. It's not. What is this theme? The side view game with no themes and no genre. I don't know. No, Limbo was like early. Limbo was earlier than 2016. Inside came out after Limbo. I think Limbo was like 2012 or 2010. It's not a platformer or puzzle or indie or shooter or RPG. Could be. No, it's not an Isaac. Not Binding of Isaac. It's not a PlayStation exclusive. Smash Ultimate? No. It's not a Super Smash because it's on PlayStation, but it's not a PlayStation exclusive by the looks of it. Brawlhalla? It could be. It's not Brawlhalla. It looks like it is a fighting game. I'm gonna try. No, Mortal Kombat will also be fantasy. I need themes. So it's either fighting or arcade. Ow. It's not fantasy, so it's not gonna be. What up to boy? How you doing? SF5? What's SF5? Street Fighter? I feel like that would also be fantasy, wouldn't it? Apparently Street Fighter is not fantasy. Apparently everything you can do in Street Fighter is real. I didn't know that. I did not realize Street Fighter was like... Yeah. It's science fiction, obviously. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's just action. It specifically says that it's not science fiction. Yeah. And it's not fantasy. So...
It should come backwards. Let's jump to side view. You can see we're already going off the reference a fair bit. I'll bring it out slightly more, and then I'll bring this area in. But I think the reference...
Okay. What up, Brainoid? Trying to wake up, to boy? Have you tried coffee? That doesn't look right. No. Okay. I need that brow to be a bit different. We try going outside, inhale that oxygen. I think he's talking about Mr. Du Bois. Yeah. He's not telling me to go outside, Lars. I already went outside today. Yeah. The fact he's waking up might be an indicator. He's from our pond. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of being awake, I should probably not be awake for much longer. It's 4:13 a.m. And I am and I have been up at 7 a.m. God damn. That point, why bother sleeping if it's you? If you're young, just pull an all-nighter. Assuming someone in my chat is young. That's funny. That's funny. There we go. I got that brow. That thick brow of an orc.
is a little bit out, to be honest. So I'm just going to bring this in, smooth it out.
I'm not young then. I will be in May.
Let's just see what that looks like. For me, that does still seem a little bit too far, so I'm going to come back to side view and just bring that in a bit and move away from the reference line. So at the moment, I've got a simple shape like this. Bring this down just a touch more to there. Then I want to bring the cheekbones up. Don't want to lose any bulk in the cheek.
Okay. Nice. Like they want it to be up a bit higher though. Something like that. Something like that. Something around there. I remember when they lost radioactive material in Australia. Yep. That's correct. Have a good sleep, Ermine. There's one to lose radioactive material. If they knew how, then they would have prevented it from happening. Yeah, fell off the back of a truck or something, probably. Hit like a kangaroo or something, and a little bit just like falls off the back of the truck. Who knows? Who knows? Could have been anything. Oh my god. Reddit turned the Fallout memes to 11. Yeah, it was this one. A tiny 8mm by 6mm radioactive capsule went missing in January 2023 somewhere along a 1,400 kilometer journey from Rio Tinto's Wade Dairy iron mine to its final destination in Perth, Western Australia. So somewhere along there, they lost it. The capsule contained about 20 whatever of cesium-137 radioactive source. As the source was emitting high levels of radiation, enough to have significant impacts with prolonged exposure, it was imperative to find the source in a timely manner. Yep. Disappearance was not discovered until January 25th, when the equipment was unpacked in Perth on January 27th. Oh, sorry, it was unpacked in Perth on January 27th. Western Australian authorities notified the public that the capsule could be anywhere along the 1,400-kilometre route. The WA authorities subsequently requested assistance in the search from the federal government agencies and authorities. See, this is what I find funny. So, Western Australia constantly wants to secede from the rest of Australia and be their own country. Yet, they constantly ask the federal government to bail them out of shit. And be like, hey, our mining companies need help. Can we bail them out? Hey, we've lost radioactive material. Can you bail us out? They would go under if they seceded from Australia. Alright, we're playing another game duel by the looks of it. Dio has requested The Walking Dead Season 1. Let's see what we've got here. 2013 to 2017 has third person, has single player. What's your guesses? Throw them out. All guesses are bad guesses until we find the correct game. So don't be shy. Don't be shy. Hyrule Warriors, that is a bad guess. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. You fantastic gedunt. Alright, it is not Hyrule Warriors. Gears of War 3? I don't think it's Gears of War 3. It could be Gears of War 4, maybe. No, it won't be Gears of War 4. Because it's got third person, but it needs another perspective as well. Okay, it looks like it's an EA published game. It has third person, probably doesn't have bird view or isometric. You think it's a Battlefield... This would put it somewhere around Battlefield 4. It's not Battlefield, but it is first person, third person, EA, and it is a shooter. Titanfall? Titanfall 2, I assume you mean? It's not Titanfall 2. What happens if I click this now? Because we have all of this. Does it reveal this? Oh, it doesn't give me anything. Oh, you suck. Hang on, I'm gonna try it. Hang on. It takes your heart. Okay, I'm reporting that as a bug. Bug report. Details. All categories except Saga franchise have been revealed, and the one-time clue takes away a life without giving any information. So they did do a new Battlefront, so it could be the new Star Wars Battlefront. There you go. Because they remade Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah. Very nice. Well done.
Bones, so I can bring them out a bit as well.
Okay, so he's adding some volume to the cheeks as well. Okay. Yeah. I like that. That's looking like an orc.
So up like this and out. I can probably go in a little bit here as well, give them a little bit more structure to the face. And I will move into this area here, brush a bit bigger, and squish that backwards. So there's a definite kind of cheekbone.
Okay, that's interesting. There we go.
And bulge just here. So we're trying to end up with something like this, and we'll start working on the nose in just a moment.
So do you want to go back to work?
around.
I mean, I'm gonna like if you
Pause the
redeem
video,
something,
try
I
and
have to
catch up
do
with
it.
me, squishing
So-
down that eye area a bit more.
As if I know the
So
devs for
work a
games.
bit on the nose
I
there.
have a similar thing.
Make my brush a bit
Right,
smaller and
there's
then
very few
squish
games where I
things
actually
down
know the developer
just
of.
here, and just start building the shape of a nose.
Okay. Chess. All right, am I playing you or am I playing a random? Random? All right. Let's do this. Let's lose. Let's see. No, I wanted to put it there. Fuck. He's able to on. He doesn't know 1%. Amateur. Absolute amateur. Oh, hang on. Hell yes. To hell with you. Yes. I don't know what you're thinking with that move. Because I can go there, check you, force you back. And then I can take your rook. Thank you. Hell yes. You may evacuate now. Let's see, if I go there, you can take, I can take. But you can't do anything to checkmate me still. Like, you could... So I go there, you take there, I take there, you take there. That doesn't give you any sort of benefit. Let's see. I'm gonna go there. That way I can move you back. Didn't know what to do there, did they? Let's see. I'm gonna pop you there. I'm fine with that. Damn it. Frickin' timeout. Oh, I had him. I had him. Oh, because what? There. Now I force you to move again. And then this point I can go there. And you'd probably take there. But I'd go there. And then I don't know. So maybe you'd go there. Then I go there. I don't know. Should have picked 10 minutes. We wanted to go back to your beautiful Musk York. I usually do 3 minutes these days. Like 3 minutes is the normal time that I go with. So yeah, we're now like shaping the nose. Does he have the elastic? He's got the grab. Don't know. I think he's using that one. Ah, yeah, he's using that one. There we go. Nose has been shaped. Here I've been using the elastic grab this entire time, and he's been using the regular grab. Silly me. That's alright. Something like that. Any West Australian worth their salt would have won that game. I'm not Western Australian. Why would you think I'm Western Australian? I have long periods of playing one specific timer. It was 3 minutes, but recently moved to 10 minutes. It's like I stopped progressing in one timer. I changed to another. Give up. That's all I heard there. All I heard was I stopped progressing, so I give up instead of getting better.
Now I quite like the shorter noses that's there. There, tilt up as a slightly, and
Okay, so he's also...
in very slightly, to somewhere around there. So we've got the basic shape of the nose. At this point, I'll do a remesh, and notice you might lose
Okay.
a little.
Now we got a remesh.
Little bit of detail around the eyes, that's absolutely fine, but you'll want to keep
I mean... my eyes don't really have as much as theirs. I'm like that. They actually found the radioactive material? Yeah. I was imagining he covers the remesh mirror weirdness there. Imagine if it took that long to come up. Oh no, like he's been going over it the entire time, sort of thing.
keep remeshing to even out the polygons so you don't get too much stretching. Okay, so work a bit on the shape of the nose so it ends up being similar to mine, and zoom in on the underside of the nose, in, so we can do a little bit of smoothing.
Okay, so now he's doing the nostrils. Which I believe he's using a draw sharp, is that right? No, he's just using a draw. Okay. But I don't know... Is it control? Oh, it's control. Hang on. Why aren't you undoing? Undo. Yeah. Whatever. Control. There you go. Non-symmetrical. What a nose. I like the non-symmetry of it. It gives it a bit more character, I feel. Oh, oops. Forgot I turned that off. And then... assuming you kind of want it. Huh. Hate noses. It's like, especially this kind of nose, because I can't really use my own as reference. Because like, turn that off. Because they have more of a, what do you call it? More of like a bulbous nose. And theirs. Not quite that bulbous. Like a... You know what? I'm good with that.
There, so
My orc's got
tap,
different
shift
character.
a couple times.
Imagine if it took that long to come up. I'm all mean you paused right before you mentioned the lost detail. I was gonna laugh if instead of lost detail by the eyes, he covered the fact that it can mess up the mirror. Ah, right. Right.
Smooth that out. And I'll come from this angle now and hold down control to bring up the nostrils there. So we've got a really basic shape there. I'll just press Control Alt shift. You might need to adjust the jump just a touch. On the top of the nose.
Because that's something I can do. I can... do that, sort of make the nostrils up on the side sort of thing. No. Move them up like that. What I meant. What up, Tricky? You gotta pay attention more, Tricky. That's all I can say. Like, there's only so many times in a 2-hour period or a 2-day period that I can say that I'm not gonna be here for a couple streams.
As well. So you've got an okay looking nose there. Still a bit of work to do, of course, but we've got the rough shape. I'll just bring this back and as quickly as possible to File, New, and then Sculpting Setup. This just gives you the sculpting workspace and the shading workspace and nothing else. And what we're aiming for is this as quickly as possible. So we'll start by turning symmetry on, holding down the spacebar and going to the grab brush. It's a little bit high res, we don't need it that high res, so I'll press R to remesh and go down to something like 0.5 and Control R to remesh, make my brush nice and big, check my Cartesian coordinates as quickly as possible. So make sure you've saved your work here, but I want to set you a quick challenge. Symmetry on.
Oh, right, this is a challenge.
At a starting point, a node.
To like,
we've got to create. So give yourself 2 minutes, try and create a skull, 3 or 4 of those.
Right. Okay. I'll do it whenever I want, Tricky. It all looks fine. Maybe this side's a little lower. There we are. Alright. They do that. I'm gonna mark that off. Let's have a look at mouth and teeth. I just tried to drag and rotate like I was actually in Blender on this screen. Okay, so we're doing the tusks next. Okay. What's the final result? So I feel like what I want to do is try and get this sort of result myself. I want to try and get this myself because I've done enough sculpting that I should be able to do this myself now. With these ones here, I feel like they would have started with a sphere. Just like put a sphere here and then just like give it that sort of adjustment there. But I also feel it could have been a cone. You know? Like they could have had a cone here on an angle and then it just like bent it up and like rounded the top. Might do that next stream though. Yeah. Might need to do that next stream. Because, I mean, there is that... This. It's too big. They've got that there, which is probably too much. We need to drop that down. Actually, no. That comes later. That comes later because we have to...
We now return you to regular programming.
It all kind of comes out naturally too. As we... add this bit. Actually, that'll probably come out as part of the... Oh my god, fucking... correct workspace. I'll probably want to start with the whips first. Get the whips and then you can get them up there, sort of thing. Yeah, that's sort of your top. Bottom, and this is gonna have a fair bit more. Because that's gonna be where the tusk comes from. So it's also gonna be underneath. Can probably do like a sharp in there too, sort of thing. Yeah, no. No. There'll be something in there. That Rooster series seems fun. Rooster series? What Rooster series? Alright. Ah, shit, ads. Whoops. Alright, we're going for at least another 20 minutes. The Walking Dead Season 1. Alright, so we're looking for a single player game after 2017. Not third person. Could be horror. Could be survival. Could be Resident Evil Village. Is a shooter after 2021. Is this going to be Amnesia the Bunker? It's just... I don't know how I do it. I don't know how I get the easy ones really quickly. Before 2007, third-person single-player. God of War. Alright, Connecticut Engine. 2000 to 2004. Looks like it's going to be a Sony exclusive. Well, it's not going to be a Tomb Raider because it's not historical and it's not puzzle. So it won't be either of those. It could be... What? It's a Sony exclusive, third-person single player. Was Hitman Sony exclusive? Oh, that was PC only. Alright. Well, it's 2001 to 2004. It is a shooter. We are looking for a shooter. It's not on PC, so we know that it's a Sony exclusive. Sony exclusive shooter. Was it no, it's not Saints Row. Not Grand Theft Auto, I don't think. I know it's not this. I know it's not. But I just want to, like, rule out some years. Alright, so it's 2002 to 2004. We need a 2003 game. Which would be... Was Morrowind 2003? Or was it 2002? I think it was 2002. I think Morrowind was 2002. Oh. No. It's got to be a shooter, so it's not Spider-Man. I know Morrowind is fantasy. What I'm doing is I'm narrowing the year so we know what year it was released. I don't care if it matches the rest of it. I just want to get something that was released in 2003, because that way we'll know what year it's released. When was Counter-Strike? I think Counter-Strike was 2001 or something. Wait, when was Spider-Man 2 released? When was that released? Alright, 2002 or 2003. It looks like it's going to be either sci-fi or superhero. Most likely sci-fi. Sci-fi comedy. 2002, 2003. Is that going to be... like Serious Sam? Okay, so it's 2002. Sci-fi comedy shooter. Exclusive to the PlayStation. What sci-fi comedy shooter came out around then? What was the game where you have 3 characters? I don't know. I'm wondering, was like Payday or Max Payne a comedy sci-fi? I don't think it was a comedy sci-fi. Citizen Kabuto. I feel like this could be like it wouldn't be a state of emergency because that would also be hack and slash. And it wouldn't be sci-fi. Nah, it's third person. Duke Nukem was first person. What's the one? Could it? No, it wouldn't be a Saints Row. Already ruled out Saints Row. Comedy sci-fi shooter. Nah, the first Borderlands was like 2007. This is well before the Borderlands series and stuff. Ratchet and Clank. It could be Ratchet and Clank. It could be Jack and Dax too. Ratchet and Clank. There you go. Well done, Dangio. Apparently that's a comedy. See, I told you, I always get the easy ones.
Notice that the shortcut key is V. Nice and simple to start with. Drops down a little bit front here. Let's just have a good look around. I'll jump between the draw brush and the grab brush for this. So G to go to grab brush, make the brush a bit bigger, and start just refining this area around the jaw control. So I end up using that quite a lot for these sort of initial stages. I want to emphasize the jaw a bit more, I think. So I'm just going to need to emphasize. I'll do a remesh, Control R, and I'll bring this area in now. So an area ready for the teeth to go in. So somewhere around about in like so. Ready for the teeth around about here. Might just do a little bit of here, catch it.
Okay, so what is done is taking the draw. Oh, wait. Hate when it does that. Yeah, it might be a bit too much strength. Feels like his brush is probably a bit bigger too. Why are you? feel like that would be better. The hell? Oh, damn it. Screw it. You're gonna be different too. Why doesn't it remesh? Why don't you remesh when I control R? I'm in sculpt mode. Go into sculpt mode. Take. Have a good one, Star. Enjoy your night, or evening, or day, whichever it might be for you. There we go. No, they don't want to remesh. It is starting to take a lot of time to save out. So, I should collect royalties from Hype for solving all the game doors. Ha! Like I'd pay. I probably don't need these to be as deep. Something like that. I reckon that's good. What just happened? Why when I change to object mode does all of that disappear? Right, it's because of this. Alright, cool. And that's needed for the remesh. Yeah. So now when I go to object mode. Okay, cool. Cool. That's good to know. Good to know. Oh my god, I'm so tired. That's a performance thing. I don't think it's needed for remesh. But even if it wasn't, multi-res is still helpful for performance. And being able to bake down to a lower poly count later. Yeah. And I think that's the entire thing that we're doing, is we're getting this done. And then once we've got this sculpted version done, we create we basically create the low poly version around this. And then we bake this down to the low poly. But yeah. I will say, I am exhausted. So I'm going to actually call it early tonight. Last night and this morning took it out of me. So let's call it there. Let's... Oh, that was a good back crack. Let's go see Hyper, shall we? Go see Hyper tonight. Good day. Whoops. I did not meant to press enter. Good. God damn it. Good day. Yeah, you've done it. There we go. Alright. I will be back tomorrow morning. We will do game dev stuff. For anyone that wants to try the new demo and provide feedback, the password to access the beta branch is in the Stoat and Discord in the Bobble Shop chat. So feel free to grab it, do some playtesting, do some test out the new features with the workbench and the selling of furniture, and with the market pricing variations. Alright, give those a try. If you come across any bugs, let me know. At the end of the month, I'm going to make that my new demo build, so that there's more to do in the game, in the demo. But other than that, I'll see yous tomorrow morning. Good night, you good dunce.